Ya regresé después del crash. Estamos ya listos para... ¿Tenía una antorcha? ¿Qué le pasó? No me das que guarde la antorcha. Ugh. Está adentro. Vamos a pecar. Somos pecadores, pecadores, pecadores. Hey.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything, but maybe we can work something out. But first, I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why.
Ale for me.
They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle.
Ale as usual.
My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
There. Satisfied?
he did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujit, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well,
Cheer,
congratulations.
God
Nice to
bless
see
them.
someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that.
Yeah, let's drink.
Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noyo? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
One beer.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Yeah.
Let's just say I haven't
Well,
always been a
great.
priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Pull me an ale.
I hear you had quite an adventurous life after the seminary.
I like to leave the past in the past. Now I'm here, and the life I have suits me just fine. Wine, women, and mass.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business.
Here we are.
So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I'll have a beer.
Oh, you're just making excuses. The people who say the church is corrupt are right. You don't care about anyone, only your own comfort.
I'm sorry you see it that way. Really sorry. You've no idea how wrong you are.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujic is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical, condemning vices, and of course describing them in detail. The tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days, and stories from real life with a nice moral to them are popular as well,
Got it for you right
especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too?
Yeah, give me a minute.
With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs. While Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the
Oy,
poor,
tranquilo.
for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
To the women!
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
¿Quién sabe si lo hicieron en la realidad?
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
One ale over here, please.
Sí, esto es importante.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me
One
down.
beer for me.
Pecados, pecados, somos pecadores. Pecosos pecadores.
Sisha vida norra lat, to nie ustoi żadnej chwali. Na kraj padł dziesięć smutek, glodnielno i rano utek, jakiś małżeński majstrak, do wczera żylne staje krak, už se jí bojí svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejmě jich muži, nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a poželem si huby jako poslední den. Buďme s vámi, ano ráda s námi, a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra jen tu jsou nejden, tak nalej mi hned, ať točí se svět.
Enough of this!
Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Con gusto. Sinner.
Damn it!
¿Qué?
Quick, everyone!
Help!
Come here!
Fight! Do something about it before they beat each other to a pulp!
My God!
Stop that brawl before they beat each other to death.
Fuck's
Hey,
sake!
there's fellows beating each other over there. Do something
You.
about it.
You
Surrender.
get
Don't
what
let
you
him get
deserve.
away.
Just you wait. The righteous will rise even though they fall 7 times. I will.
¿Qué está pasando?
I wish my head would stop spinning.
Surrender! You've committed a violation.
All right.
You're under arrest.
So it's you! This definitely won't come cheap.
Jeez, you men still
12 más 7.
You're making a serious...
Esa pinche empatía no sirve de nada.
Damn it.
You've paid for your...
Get out of here before I throw up on you.
No he matado a nadie. Misiones fracasadas 0. ¿Qué? Acabo de comprar...
Jesus Christ.
Have you...
Perhaps.
Just...
Sure.
Here you...
You've got.
Pues, ¿qué cosas? Entonces, ¿qué tengo que hacer? La tuca de la vida es un truco, truco, truca, truca, truco, 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 truca, 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 truco. Notoriedad 100.
God be with you.
Take care now.
¿Y ahora qué hago? El merino dice. ¿Dónde consigo el merino? ¿Cuál será la casa del merino? Mi reputación 36. Oh, -7.
I'm at your service. God be with you.
Riqueza del comerciante 5000.
Let's talk. Clear off quick or I'll throw you out.
¿Dónde estará el alguacil? En la casa del escriba, tal vez. Excelente.
Good day.
God save you. May the Lord watch over you.
Aquí está.
Get out of here!
¿Qué? ¿Qué está pasando?
Good day.
Godwin won't tell me who Lubosh's cronies were.
I told you no one ever came here to see him. If he was meeting anyone, it must have been somewhere else.
But where? I can't go around the whole county asking, can I?
You might. They might even have records of that scoundrel there. But maybe you don't have to go that far. I just remembered he once boasted to me that he had a record in Rattay. There might be some mention there of who was with him at the time.
Thank you for your help.
Sure. Farewell.
El escriba de rataje. Pero no sé leer. Y no pienso empezar a leer. Esto no me agrada. ¿Hacia dónde va? No me agrada, no me agrada.
God save you, good night. See you later.
Este escriba siempre está en cama.
I'm glad to see.
I need to have a look in the Black Chronicle.
And I need blessed relief from my suffering.
Well, I don't know what I can do for you except bring you a priest.
I'm not dying yet. I'm
sorry to hear.
Okay.
But I'm on the trail of those killers from Neuhof, and I need to know the names of the men who were sentenced alongside Limpy Lubosh from Uzhitz.
I can't remember. Once I write the record down, it goes straight out of my...
It's essential that I find out those names. Is there anything I can do to help you get back to work?
I can't go to work when I can't stand on my feet.
Oh.
Konyash the apothecary has an embrocation that helps, but it costs dearly. If you brought me some, it might do the trick.
Okay.
All right, I'll try and get some for you.
See you later.
How are you?
Scribe Friedrich needs the embrocation for his joints.
What, again? He was here not long ago for some. He ought to make it last longer. I told him not to grease himself up so much. It could cause... Ah, the older he gets, the more foolish he is. Well, did he tell you such salvation?
¿Qué es? Entonces era esto. Sí, jueces y articulaciones.
I'd like to do...
Okie dokie.
Is this... It'll take more... See?
Con pinches diario, con pinches inventario. Vamos a vender. Son de digestión.
God be with...
I bought you the embrocation, and you were right, it certainly wasn't cheap.
I know, lad. I've been using it for years.
Will you let me have a...
Well, you helped me, so now I'll help you. Come along and I'll show...
That really is a miraculous ointment.
You know how it is. Faith itself is the greatest healer. Just thinking about the relief it will bring makes me feel better. So don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Goodbye.
No sé leer.
Could you find something for me in that book? The thing is, I
Don't know how to read, do you? So what do you need to know?
I'm trying to track down those Neuhoff cutthroats, and I need to find out the names of any cronies of Limpy Lubosch from Ujitz.
Give me a while. God be with you.
¿Cuánto es a while? ¿Un minuto? ¿Una hora? No, ya. Está.
So did you find any mention of Limpy in the book?
I did. Apart from Lubosch, there's mention of some Anton from Vlashim and Hinek, known as Riki, from Ledechko.
Ledechko? That's a stone's throw from here.
Aye, certainly closer than Vlashim.
Thanks for your help.
Thank you for that, Oin.
Perfecto, ya está. Vámonos. Misión completada, ya me estaba preocupando. En el rastro. Excelente.